trying to lead their team to victory. It's Kaepernick's 49ers going up against Carr's Raiders. The opening kick is straight ahead, so it's time to turn it over to my colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with the call. Gentlemen.
Larry, apart from a 13-year gap in L.A., we are at the home of the Raiders since 1966. But how much longer will they be playing football in Oakland, California? Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Oakland Raiders. Murray, the lone setback. He'll get the football here. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. Well, when the passing game wasn't working last Thursday night, the running game was. Latavius Murray up over 100 yards. It's interesting, only his second 100-yard performance this year, but he has hit pay dirt 12 times.
He does run with a purpose when he handles the football, and I think a lot of that stems from the question marks in the offseason always revolved around Oakland's running game. Who would be the primary ball carrier? And he kept saying, I've been here for a while. I'm going to be, and he proves it with each carry.
And Mr. Cooper, Amari, a headliner in this offensive unit.
Brandon, it's rare that you get guys so polished coming out of college, but Amari Cooper has carried himself like a pro probably since he was 6 years old. He is a terrific talent.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll run here. It's Murray. Stays on his feet. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On first down, Murray. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And the 49ers on the defensive side of the football.
Jaworski Tartt came out of Samford University in Alabama. And he is a guy who is an absolute flash at the safety position.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
It's so important to establish the running game early in a contest because when you do that, that just opens your playbook so big for your offensive coordinator. And to be frank about it, they like calling pass plays better than they like calling running plays. And with the way that they're running it right now, that's going to open things up to do whatever they want through the air as this game goes on.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Turns, hands to Murray. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
We always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They go back to Murray on first down. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give the tackle there to Gerald Hodges.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Throwing his car on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
They go play action here on first down. That's hauled in by Torrey Smith. They'll get 19 yards there. And it'll be first down 49ers.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play action pass and completing it.
On first down, Kaepernick. And he connects with Vance McDonald. McDonald, 58 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now Hyde, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses. And now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to...
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Carlos Hyde, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And it's 15-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get...
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Quentin Dial in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. They'll come out in the pistol. Here we go on 4th down with Carr. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll come out in the pistol. First down, a run with Hyde. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And Charles, albeit in a losing effort, Carlos Hyde turned some heads in Week 14, did he not?
And that's supposed to be against a stout New York Jets run defense. You know, Muhammad Wilkerson, Sheldon Richardson, and crew. Carlos Hyde had 193 yards on 17 carries, a career high in yardage. He attacks the line of scrimmage with great force. He presses runs really well. He has good vision. So if you give him any type of a sliver, Carlos Hyde can turn into nice yardage, and he did on Sunday.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Their big tight end punching it in from a yard away. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Here's Murray. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. So an entertaining first half, and now we have hit the 2-minute warning. They go play action for Murray. Now Carr. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end that time, Michael Rivera. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Here's Carr. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Over the middle to Smith. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk-reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at him, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
And they're going to speed things up here. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Cap gives to the tailback Hyde. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there out of the running game. 31 yards.
We can talk about bend but don't break all we want. But the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they?
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Carlos Hyde with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers add on to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Finds Roberts left side. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Another pistol look here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. He's got time. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And now the 49er offense ready to go and getting back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now after the fumble recovery. It's Kaepernick. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. A final shot before half for Kaepernick. Surveying the field. He's going to go up top again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the 49er hands team does its job. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And quickly they get to the line. On second down, here's Kaepernick. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Vance McDonald, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the 49ers continue to roll. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
This caught. Reception by Holmes. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing his car on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and run with Murray. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Murray the lone setback.
All right, here we go. Red 18. Red 18.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They'll try to fire up the running game with Hyde. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Malcolm Smith there for the stop.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Garrett Selleck, the tight end, was the target, and it's 3rd down.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slant. Off the play fake to Hyde. Here's Kaepernick. They'll roll him out right, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more? Yeah,
perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. They have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They do go for it. It's Kaepernick. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Perry Riley. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard. Line. Murray the lone setback. Try to shake off the... And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Glenn Dorsey able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5.
Zebra! All right, here we go, baby. Alert! Alert! Zebra! Zebra! Zebra!
And now they're in the hurry-up. A toss to Murray. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Wide at the 8. Hold on, baby. Alert! Alert! Check. Here we go. Red 18. Red 18. We go Riley. Riley. Rush in. Rush in.
From the gun, it's Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
and he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Carr. Tennis is incomplete. Boy, a real head